Well, hey everybody. Welcome to video 5 in our series in lap steel licks and the tuning of open G. In this lesson, we're going to look back at a bunch of things in the previous lessons and incorporate them all into the lick that I just played. That's going to include some string combinations, some string skipping, lots of vibrato, and some using of the ears as opposed to following the frets. In any case, welcome aboard, stay tuned, and we'll tear this riff all the way down. Let's take a look at the first part of this riff here. In this part, we're going to utilize some string skipping, a lot of vibrato, and the spider technique, all at one time. Okay, so I'm going to play the first part very slowly. That's the first part of the riff, so let's take it down bit by bit till we have it. So I will mention that although we are in the tuning of open G, this riff is based in the key of C. That puts us at the 5th fret. Right, that's the C there. Okay, so for this part, we're going to start with the bar on the 5th string, 3rd fret. We're going to just slide that up to the 5th fret to begin the lick. So we do this. All the while using the vibrato. So I'm sliding up to the 5th fret with my thumb, plucking the 4th string at the 5th fret with my thumb, and then I'm using my index finger on the 3rd string at the 5th fret. Okay, so let's just do that. That just makes it a beautiful sounding C chord. Then we skip all the way to the top string, the high string. Sorry. So we're going to go and pluck that string. Now, I need to make you aware that the bar is not covering that string at the 5th fret. It's open. And that would be a D note. And so it sounds beautiful. Right? Now, I finish that with my index finger on the 2nd string, 5th fret. And then finish it on the 3rd string, the 5th fret. Okay, so let's just do that part slowly. Just let that ring out as we're vibratoing with it. Now, the second part really utilizes the spider technique that we talked about way back in the electric guitar series. So the riff's this. Okay, so in the spider technique, as you recall, I'm going to lead on this lick here with the 2nd finger at the 5th fret 2nd string. But you'll notice that my index finger and my thumb is muting everything else to keep that clean. So the index finger is muting the 3rd string, my thumb is muting the bottom 3 strings. Then we immediately put the 2nd finger down and mute out that string. Then we work with our index finger. We slide it up 1 fret to the 9th fret. Just kind of slide into it. And then slide it down to that 5th fret. Now you'll notice that the index finger is still covering the 2nd string. The thumb is still muting out the bottom strings. So it's a little tricky unless you're really coordinated with the spider technique. This will be easy. And then I just finish it with the thumb plucking the 4th string and the 5th string at the 5th fret. It just rounds out that chord. Okay, so let's just run the lick all the way through the first part one time. I'll do it nice and slow just so you have it. All right, we'll move on to the second part of this riff next. The second part of the riff is a little bit easier. We're going to use our string combinations that we've been using all the way throughout these lessons. It's going to utilize a little spider technique as well. But let's take a look at it here. I'll play it slowly for you first. Okay, so reasonably simple. Where we're going to start here is at the 5th fret with the bar. Once again, we're still in the root key of C. And we're going to simultaneously pluck the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string together. That beautiful string combination. And sharply slide it down to the 4th fret. Okay. And then we're going to come just below the 3rd fret and slide it back up to the 3rd fret. Somewhere around the 2nd fret's pretty good. You don't want to get too far down. You don't want to get down here. It's too far away to get back to the 3rd fret. So one more time. And here we come with the spider technique. Here is the lick. Sort of that same old beautiful Dwayne Allman style lick that we all know and love. So we start with the bar at the 3rd fret, 1st string, 3rd fret. We just slide it down to the 1st fret. That was too far. And then start with the index finger to go from the 1st fret to the 3rd fret back up on the 2nd string. And then we end the riff with the bar at the 3rd fret, 3rd string. Super clean. So pay attention to this hand. Okay, and so everything's still blocked out. We're only hearing the notes that we want to hear with none of the stuff in behind it. Okay, now for the last part of the riff, we go all the way up to the 8th fret. And it's going to be sort of a reverse of the combination we just did, because we're actually sliding all the way up. So it'll be like this. So this hand's still doing the same thing, only we're going up this time instead of down. Okay, so really just from the 8th fret, sharply up to the 9th, and then we pluck while simultaneously sliding into the 10th fret. Okay, now we're going to take this hand and move that 3-string combination down 1 string each. So now we're going to be here. So basically thumb at the 5th string, index finger at the 4th string, and then middle finger at the 2nd string. And this is going to be the same as what we did at the first part of this riff. Remember that one just a couple of minutes ago? Just a little different note combination, little different tonal thing, but it sounds pretty cool. So let's do it nice and slow. So we just gently and sharply down 1 fret, and then just a little below that 8th fret, bring it into the 8th fret. Okay? Sorry. So fairly easy. Mostly what we're looking for here is a good steady vibrato and just a clean execution of the string combinations. Let's play that whole riff. Okay, now before we get to the jam track, let's play the whole thing so you got it locked in. And the jam track is set up reasonably slow, so to get it, so that we're not scrambling all over the place. So I played it reasonably slow, and when you're ready, you can get it up to speed. Okay, here's the whole thing. So you notice we started over again, and that's how the jam track will be set up, where it's repetitive. It comes right back around to that entry lick again. Okay, stay tuned for the jam track. It's coming right up. Well, I hope you've had a good time with this easy lick today in the tuning of open G. And if you are enjoying these lessons, as I always say, please consider supporting me at patreon.com/Dan Walsh. In the meantime, we got lots to come. And there's going to be some more in the acoustic Weisenborn series as well. So stay tuned, tell your friends, subscribe, and we'll see you all sooner than later.